Hi everybody. Today's a little bit different, so I'm going to be making little, I don't want to call them spell bottles because that's what I don't think that's what they are, but I'm going to fill these little bottles with things that I feel will help people, little charms. And then off camera, I'll do a spell over them to bless them and charge them. I'll leave them in the moonlight as well. So before I begin, the backstory is I have two members of my coven or my inner circle who need a little bit of emotional help, a little bit of emotional protection over the next coming weeks, and I want to do everything that I can to help. So this is what I can do. I can't physically be where they're going to be. I can't do anything physical for them in that sense, but I can do this, and yeah, it's the only thing I feel I can do, and I want to be able to help. So yeah, let me get on with it. So first of all, I'm going to just cleanse the area, and I'll explain all the goodies I got on the table here, or my altar. Oh, that happens to me all the time. I go to light a match and then it just breaks. Why? It's a good blinking start, isn't it? Okay, I need to get in a better frame of mind for this. Okay, come on, you can do it. It's your only job. Yes, right, you. Okay, so I love lighting candles. Don't they just, it's that Swedish thing for cozy, or what is it, hygge? It just makes everything feel better in my experience. Okay, so I'm just going to cleanse the area with some incense. There is a scientific explanation, not just a mystical one, for why this works, but I don't know what it is. I'll try and find out and put it in the comments below. So I'm just cleansing, taking a nice deep breath. It's like a little mini meditation. Okay. Excuse my my dirty incense holder. Oh, come on. Here we go. There we go. All right. So got my candle lit, I've got my incense burning. I've also got these adorable little heart wax melts. They are, oh, what are they? Oh, the lady I got them from didn't put the name or the scent, but they smell like sage and lavender with something quite cherry or strawberry in there, but whatever they are, they're beautiful. So if nothing, you get to watch some wax melting. Okay, got my little jars, just standard little jars, and I just want to cleanse their energy. Excuse my clock, sorry. It's 6 o'clock. So the way I like to cleanse them is, obviously I wash them, but I want to cleanse them by just putting some incense in them. This is quite difficult because I don't have the best vision in the world, so I don't really know if I'm in the right place. Ah, there we go. So just filling it up with some incense there, getting it all nice and smoky. There we go. One done. Let the incense recover. And do the other one. Oh, first time, look. Well done, me. There we go. And there's the second one done. Okay, we'll pop that out of the way for a minute. Okay. Goodies on the table. So, here I have some lavender, I have some black salt, and I have some sage. So the sage is more for relaxation and keeping you calm, giving you a sense of stress relief, a little bit of healing. So that's one of the reasons, or those are the reasons rather. Oh, sorry, I am speaking in tongues today. It's been a long work day and it's been a long life day as well, so I apologise. Yeah, lavender for it's calming, it's healing. It's an all-round good guy, so I thought that'd be a good one to put in. And then we have sage, and this is white sage. It's a lot sweeter than the normal sage that you get, and it's got this funny furry feeling to it. Not that that's going to make any difference to the bottles, but I just think that that's cool. Sage, again, it's great for cleansing. It's great for allowing you to take a step back, take a deep breath. So that's why I wanted to put that in there. And then here we've got some black sand. Now, black sand is one that I really wanted to put in here because it wards off evil. It protects the person from jinxes, hexes, and anything negative. It kind of acts like a shield. And I just want to put a little disclaimer out there. This is all based on what I was taught growing up, what I've learned throughout my life. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is definite, it's what I believe. And I'm a huge believer in mind over matter. So even if none of this is scientifically true, I still believe it, and it gives me comfort. And I think at the end of the day, if something gives you comfort, then as long as it's not hurting anybody, then why not? So I hope nobody takes offense to anything that I'm saying. It's just what I'm trying to do to help some Coven members, that's all. So yeah, take it with a pinch of salt. Okay, the next thing we have just here, tiny little pink stones. You won't be able to see them on the camera, but they're tiny little pink crystals. They're a matte, so they're not very shiny. They're very pigmented. You can't see through them, and they are pink tourmaline. And pink tourmaline is great for giving the holder compassion, increasing self-love, and giving them an emotional boost, so it allows them to emotionally heal quite quickly, which is something these two ladies are gonna need over the next few weeks. They need that little bit of help to just put that day aside, heal, ready for the next day. Next we've got these very shiny, like turquoise coloured stones. They're see-through, so they're not very pigmented, but they're very shiny, absolutely beautiful. And they are just little flecks of aquamarine. Sorry, I'll say that again. Aquamarine. These help the holder sort of recover from being overwhelmed, like acting like a bit of an emotional barrier. Again, another thing that I feel these ladies are going to really benefit from. I'm really in love with these stones. They're so shiny. Let me just pick them up, see if I can. Can you see that at all? Really shiny, lovely, beautiful, beautiful colour. Really gorgeous. Well, aquamarine. It's like a tropical sea. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah. And last thing, our good old amethyst. You can't go wrong with amethyst. I mean, in my opinion, they are the lavender equivalent. So if I was ever made to choose just one herb and one crystal, I think it would be lavender and amethyst, just because they're general all-round good guys. So amethyst is great for protection, emotionally, and against negativity. Also helps with stress relief. Again, I think the amethyst and the aquamarine will work really nicely together, just to help the ladies stay sane, really. So yeah, you've got your herbs, you've got your, well, the sand's not herb, you know what I mean. Got my stones. I've also got some pink Himalayan salt. Most bath salts will have this in. Great cleanser. I was told once that it helps retain positive energy, so I'm hoping some of my positive energy will, charge these like a little battery, and then I can pop them in the pot. And lastly, I've got some loose tea, like flavoured tea. I had these from one of the mystery packs. I don't know if you can see there. It's black tea, but it's a little bit fruity. So I like to put something edible in these bottles. I don't want to say as an offering, because it's not that deep, but I just feel on some level it's needed. I don't know why I do a lot of things, but yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's continue. So I'm just gonna start filling the bottles first. So I'm gonna pop the lavender in first, I think. And while I'm doing it, I'm just trying to think of all the positive things I can think of. I'm thinking of strength. I know the two ladies' favourite animals, so we'll call this lady one, this lady two. Lady one, their animal is very loyal, very strong, and very protective over family. So I'm just thinking about those attributes when I'm filling the bottle. And this lady, their animal is, sorry, I just heard something move in my other room, and I'm in the house on my own. So hello spirit, whoever you are, please come and join. If you've got anything positive to add to this, I would be very grateful. I think I know who that spirit is. He's mischievous, and when he was living, he didn't really like me. What did he used to say? Dabbling in witchcraft, which I found hilarious. But he was a lovely person, and yeah. What was I saying? Yeah. Lady 2, her animal is really graceful but hugely powerful. Again, really protective over the family unit, and really clever. Well, both of their animals are really clever. When I asked these ladies to fill in a few questions for me, it was amazing how similar their answers were. It just shows how much of a bond they have. It's great, and I wouldn't say I'm envious. I'm thankful that they have that bond, because it's beautiful to see and it's beautiful to be a part of. So yeah, I'm just gonna put the sand in again, thinking of all the positive things I can think of, and manifesting strength and resilience, power, self-healing, calm, happiness, concentration. Oh, not gonna lie, this is making me quite emotional. Now I'm gonna put the sage in. Just gonna feel like I need to just activate it a little. And I think a lot of when I'm doing things like this, I think it's not like a recipe, or if you're anything like my grandmother, it is like a recipe. You're doing things on instinct. And she never used to measure anything. She'd be like, oh no, I just know the feel, you know, I'll know when it's ready. And that's kind of how I feel when I'm doing this. It's like the bottles are calling for certain things, certain energies. So I'm just trying to give it what it wants. I'm gonna make a big mess of this now. Is that your little stopper? I think it was. Time for your tea. Okay, one of those for you, 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 one of those for you. I feel like something's missing. What's missing? Some time? No, I don't think time. What's missing? I don't know why, but something's telling me to put some burnt sage in. So I'll just pull out a few bits without trying to shatter the whole thing. think I'm happy with that now. So and I know this might not seem very magical, but I am going to glue the stoppers down because I want these ladies to carry them in their handbags, and knowing how attached they are to their handbags, they would be so annoyed if if all these stinky ingredients went flying around in their bags. It'd be quite amusing. I didn't fill up the glue very much. Playing doctor now. If anybody's interested, the glue that I'm using is Mod Podge. If you ask my my soulmate, they will say that I'm slightly obsessed with Mod Podge, but it's just an amazing glue. It does everything you want it to do. There's different types, and it's not like PVA where it says it dries clear, but it doesn't really dry clear. Mod Podge does dry clear, so it's great. I've got these little charms. I've got little angel and little wing or feather. It's more of a wing than a feather. I chose these because the dynamic of these two ladies, one is the more there's definitely a hierarchy within the relationship. One is more of the maternal side, you know, head screwed on, very oh, I've lost my words today. Very gee whiz. Logical was the word I was looking for. Very logical, passionate, but doesn't let the passion overwhelm. Whereas lady number 2, there's definitely more of a free spirit. She is very powerful, one of the strongest people I've ever met, and ferociously protective. So I'm hoping that the angel will be able to take the wing and keep the wing grounded. I'm just going to tie some string around. I really want one of those really lovely, delicate little scissors that I see on a lot of people's channels that do things like this, because it looks so much more delicate and beautiful than a big chunky red scissors. I'm hoping I can separate. Because the jars are not very big, and I don't want the string or rope to just be too big for it. Hey, that seemed to work. Okay, pray for me, ladies and gentlemen. My eyes are not for this kind of thing. Oh, that didn't go through, did it? Oh my word. Thank you, guys. I'm just going to tie that around. Oops, I missed that completely. So with my eyes, unfortunately, my eyesight is very poor, and I see two-dimensionally, so doing things where you have to be aware of your space is a challenge. But it's all good. I was given many other things. Sight's not everything, is it? Except when you're trying to tie a knot. Come on, you can do it. Hang on. Gonna have to do it on my lap, I'm afraid. So, yeah, talk amongst yourselves. Aha, got one done. And another one, just to make sure it's secure. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Okay, one done. Let's get another piece. I think this one might be a little bigger, so it might be easier. That was pure guesswork, but well done me. How's your day been? I hope it's been a nice one. The weather here is really, I'm not going to say awful, because you know, weather's weather, isn't it? But it's been quite dramatic. The wind has been really tough. The rain has been just lashing down. It does make it a little bit more cozy, doesn't it? When you're inside and the rain is just hitting the window. There we go. I think I'll cut these bits off. Have you got long bits? Yeah, let's cut those bits off. Okay. And lastly, I'm going to grab a black candle, if I can find one. Yep, I can. Black candles, they are, when you're sealing things like this, they're supposed to be good for protection, which is what I want. So, I think I better snip that off. That's just going to burn, isn't it? If I can. Yeah. Okay. Just to prepare yourself, I usually burn myself, but I'll try not to scream. Oops, you didn't like that, did you? Come on, you can do it, candle. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Just burnt myself, but it's okay. Ouch. Three-dimensional vision would be really good for something like this, but that's enough on there. Ooh. You're a feisty little candle, aren't you? Ooh. Okay, so there we have it. Move this out of the way. So we have lady number one. The poor little angel has got a nice little waxy skirt on there now. And lady number two. So I'm just going to take a minute, reaffirm my intentions. Really hope these give these ladies strength, protection, a little bit of me during their troubling time. And I really want everything to work out well for them. Look after them. And the spirit who's here now, if it is who I think it is, tag along and just make sure they're okay, please. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, there we go. So that's that done. I did promise everybody an account of my first paranormal experience, so while I'm giving this a little bit of a tidy up, I may as well tell you all. So when I think I was about 7. Yeah, must have been around the age of 7. My friend and I, we used to spend the summers over my grandparents' house, and because we lived in different towns, so her town was about a 20-minute drive, which doesn't seem a lot nowadays, but you know, back then it's just neither of our families had cars. It seemed like a huge distance. So yeah, we'd spend every summer over my grandparents' house, and we used to sleep in the second bedroom. And my grandparents, or my grandmother, she was a spiritualist. My grandfather, he didn't like any of that hocus pocus. So it was a funny environment to be in. And one evening I'll give you a layout of the house. So you came in the front door, and then you had the living room to one side, and then you had the stairs going up to the other side. It was a really old building, so they didn't have electrics put in until I think it was like the 60s. And for some reason, they only put the landing switch. Oops, sorry, it's 6:30. They put the landing switch at the top of the stairs, not the bottom of the stairs. So you had to walk up the stairs in the dark, which was fine. You know, we had each other. But this one evening, we were both quite apprehensive, so we sort of scurried up the stairs, and when we got to the top of the stairs, we saw a full apparition. It was a full body apparition. It was bright white. It was like this. It was like smoke, but we couldn't make out the person. But it wasn't like the person was interacting with us. It was like they were just a shadow, and they were just staring at us. And not gonna lie, absolutely scared the bejesus out of me and my friend, and we ran into the bedroom, hid under the covers, and pretty much just shook until the morning. So the next morning, when we went downstairs, we were feeling a little better, and we wanted to talk to my grandmother about it. And we described the entity, the spirit, and her face just lit up, and it was such a warm smile she had, because she was quite a stern lady, but she had this really warm smile. And she grabbed the photo album, and she showed us this family portrait, and she said, "Can you see the gentleman in this family portrait?" So me and my friend looked. I looked at her, and she looked at me, as if say, "Oh, you point him out." So I pointed him out, and she agreed. And it turned out it was my grandmother's father. So that was lovely, and it was just a really nice feeling after the initial absolutely terrified. It was really nice to know that he was around, because I never met him, and we actually slept in the bedroom and in the bed that he took his last breath. So it was a really it was really nice. It was really kind of life affirming. So that was the first paranormal experience I can remember being paranormal. But my very first experience was, so when I was a toddler, I can remember sleeping next to this big yellow Labrador, massive thing. In my memory, it was like a giant, but I suppose as a toddler, a Labrador would seem like a giant. It had long fur, and I used to cuddle up to it all the time. And so that is a fixed memory that is in my head. Then when we were clearing out my grandmother's things when she passed, we came across a photo of this dog, and I said to I think it was my auntie that was there, I said, "Oh, I loved that dog." And she looked at me and said, "What do you mean you loved that dog?" She wasn't a very nice person. And I said, "Oh, I just remember cuddling up to her when I was a baby." And then my mother looked at me and she said that she was pregnant on me when the dog passed. And I was like, "No, that can't be true. You must be mistaken, or you just must have the years mixed up." And then we looked through more of the photos, and there was a photo of the dog. It was during their last holiday, and the year was on the back, and it was the December before I was born. So that feels like a very strange memory, because in my memory it happened and it was real, it was there. But to know that was a spirit, that was a paranormal event, I don't know, it just makes me a little bit angry, because my auntie kind of just dismissed my really loving memory that I had of this dog. And you know, I genuinely loved this dog so much, and to be told you can't because you weren't born when the dog was alive. And I thought, well, obviously love doesn't work that way then, you know, death doesn't just stop that. Yeah, so sorry, I was getting a bit emotional again. I'm a very emotional person. So yeah, those were my first ever paranormal experiences. I've had many since, and I'm sure I will share them all with you all. I feel really connected to these now, which is nice. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I've got a lot of tidying up to do. It's been nice talking to you. Thank you for listening. Yeah, I will see you again. Take care and be safe. Yeah, blessed be. Night night.